Hey, it's Mr. Estrada here, and there is our learning target for this video. Let's get right to it. Here is a warm-up. It says to simplify. So let's go ahead and simplify. All right, now 2x to the third can be written as 2 times x times x times x. And x is just x. So these x's will cancel out, and you'll be left with 2x squared over 1, or just 2x squared. That's our final answer. All right, so let's get to it. We are going to begin this one with dividing rationals. So this is part 2. So you've seen the steps before. Keep, change, flip. Factor everything that can be factored. Cancel out. And then, we could pick up the rest from there. All right, so let's begin. So we got to do keep, change, flip first. So that means I'm going to keep the first fraction. So I got x squared over x squared plus 2x minus 15. I'm going to change the division to multiplication, and then I'm going to flip the second fraction. So I get x squared minus 9 over 8x. Okay, now the next step is factor everything that can be factored. So x squared, that's really just x times x. That's just times. To factor this, I need 2 sets of parentheses. So that's going to be x and x. I need 2 numbers that multiply to negative 15 and add up to 2. So that's going to be 5 and 3. And I can make this positive, and I'll have to make this negative. 5 times negative 3 is negative 15. 5 plus negative 3 is positive 2. To factor x squared minus 9, I'll need 2 sets of parentheses. That's a difference of perfect squares, so it'll be x minus 3 and x plus 3. And 8x cannot be factored, so I just bring that down. Now it's time to cancel out. So this x minus 3 will cancel out with this x minus 3. And then this x will cancel out with this x. So that means I'm left with x, right? Because now I got to just multiply across. So I'm left with x times x plus 3 over x plus 5 times 8. And that's my final answer. So our next example involves multiplying rationals. And when you multiply, there is no keep, change, flip. You just factor everything that can be factored, then you cancel out the terms. So this can be factored. That will require 2 sets of parentheses. And that'll be x plus 4 and x minus 4. This could be factored, and that's 1 set of parentheses, 1 set of parens. So factor out the GCF. Let me erase this. I don't want it to get too cluttered. Invisible 1 here. So the GCF of 1 and 3 is just 1. And then factor out the x with the lowest exponent, and that's just x. So x multiplied by what? So you're doing the opposite of distributive property here. 1x multiplied by what will give me 1x squared? That would be 1x times x will give me 1x squared. 1x multiplied by negative 3 will give me negative 3x. This cannot be factored, so I just bring it down. This requires 2 sets of parentheses. So x and x, 2 numbers that multiply to negative 32 and add up to 4. It's going to be 8 and 4, and I will have to make one of them negative, and it will be the smaller number. And the bigger number gets the positive because it has to add up to a positive number. Now I can cancel out. So I can cancel out this x minus 4 with this x minus 4. I can cancel out this x plus 8 with this x plus 8. And that's about it. So this will leave me with x plus 4 over x times x minus 3. You cannot cancel out this x with this x because technically this has a set of parentheses around it, so you can't cancel out this x with this x. So this is your final answer. All right, I hope this video helps. Take care.